We've all heard of Minecraft, but imagine a world where you start out on just one block, one single pixel up in the sky. This single block can never be destroyed. It'll regenerate thousands upon thousands of different blocks as time goes on, providing me enough fuel that I need to completely conquer this challenge. I will stare death in the eye more times than I can count on my fingers and toes. Something as dumb as falling off the map should be so easily avoidable, but I find myself doing it on a daily basis. I even met a lot of really cool friends along the way, but what they forgot to tell me is eventually I would completely resent them and they'd give me the biggest headache I've ever had in my life. And before we start our adventures, this video took over a month to make, so if you could smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, I would really love you. Don't forget to sit back, relax, and grab some snacks, because without further ado, I present to you 100 Days in Minecraft 1 Block Edition. Oh hey, here we are. Day 1, there wasn't much for me to do. The only obvious thing that a man could do with 1 block beneath his feet was mine that 1 block. A thick beefy pig spawned in front of me and I decided to name him James. I was pretty scared that James was gonna push me off the map. I wasn't scared for James's life, so I already built a fence and I threw him in there real quick. Oh, and what better way to finish off the day than to, just fall off the map on day 1 and lose everything that you already had in your inventory. But hey, I got this sexy sheep though. Day 2, I took this duck or chicken, whatever you want to call it, and I shoved it in the pen with all the other animals. Not much longer after that, I had to kill my first pig. Not because I wanted to, but he was lying to all the other animals and telling me that I was going to eat them one day. I then went on to make myself some tools, plant a few trees to save the environment, found a mushroom cow, which I didn't even know was a thing, and then I was assaulted by not 1, but 2 freaking zombies. I was 100% sure that on day 2, I was gonna die for the 2nd time in a row already, and it was just gonna become a life pattern. But 200 IQ me pulled out my axe and yeeted these homeboys right off the side of the planet. On day 3, yet again, I had to build a larger pen. There were so many animals overwhelming me, I swear. It was only a matter of seconds before I snapped and killed every single one of them. I told you guys, I literally can't deal with any more animals, so for the rest of that day, every single animal that spawned, I killed it. Day 4, I have no idea why I'm standing here. Let's just enjoy the sunrise. But what I do know though is it was time to start a garden. The entire time I was building this, I was in nothing but complete and utter fear because I thought I was just gonna fall off the map and lose all my things once again. It's a great fear to have. Fun fact, I'm actually really scared of heights. I hate them. It's okay though, because by the time the day ended, we started our brand new phase. Day 5 and slabs of wood were slowly becoming my best friend. I had to expand my tree farm because, well, I was already running out of wood. I then sat there very still and very quietly and stared at my crops all night while they grew. Day 6 and the wheat was already ripe for the picking, so I slapped them bad boys, planted the new seeds, and spent the rest of the day mining. I know it sounds funny to say, but the block itself feels like it's never really gonna end. And that's probably because it doesn't. Animals, animals, animals. That's the subject of day 7 because nothing but animals spawned for the entire first day. So once again, I spent the entire day doing nothing but separating the animals and putting them into separate pens because they were breeding like wildfire and they wouldn't stop coming. Is it really that hard to stop coming? Just stop spawning. It's not hard. On day 8, it was finally time for me to expand my farm. So I took a hoe and did what hoes do best, and that was hoe me some dirt. I planted some new crops. I fed all my juicy, fat, beefy cows so that I could have more baby cows, and then I planted me some more trees. Now day 9 was probably my favorite day. My sexy sheep and my beefy cows finally had some little babies. And that was followed up with me finishing this epic day with sitting here and hitting this stupid block. Now days 10 through 12, those were spent doing some major home improvements. The farm was just way too small and my beefy cows, they were just getting way too thick, so I had to expand my farm. Come on, I had enough seeds to fill the entire garden besides 1 spot. Now these posts, they were triggering me every time I looked at them, so I took some time out of my day to go around and put some slabs beneath them so that they didn't look like they were defying the laws of physics. I then realized that trees, yeah, you can never really have too many trees, so I spent the rest of the night, well, planting more trees. On day 13, I experienced a complete and utter violation of my own privacy. These 2 spiders spawned on me, and they were jumping me. It wasn't fair. 1v2 is never a fair battle. My crops were all ready to be harvested, but what's weird is why do I get green spots in between if I planted them all at the same time? Shouldn't they all be ready at the same time? We did, however, get a lot of hay though, and there's only one thing you could do with it, and that was breed you some fat, juicy, beefy cows. On day 14, I built a hole around the 1 block because the amount of mobs spawning just kept getting worse and worse. The hole was definitely a 200 IQ idea because the zombie spawned and he couldn't even attack me. But of course, these freaking spiders, they had to prove me wrong. They had to jump me. The hole doesn't even apply to them. Day 15, we have a man's best friend. I'm gonna name him Ron. I even built him a doghouse and he just stared at me like I was stupid. I had to prepare myself for what was to come though, because I knew the mobs were only gonna get worse. So I smelted myself some iron, made myself a sexy iron helmet, right? Cap? Is it cap or helmet? And then I made a pickaxe. It's a good thing that I made myself some iron armor because on day 16, I got attacked by these monster iron guard dudes. I don't even know what they are. I've never seen them before. Clearly, you can see me getting absolutely obliterated. Lo and behold, the iron armor that I made was for absolutely no reason because I still died. On day 17, I spent time expanding and refortifying my pit in hopes that everything coming through wouldn't kill me. On day 18, I got another dog. He just stood there kind of quiet and innocently though. That was until he went and killed all my sheep. Yeah, bad boy. I was gonna kill him, but he's just so cute. Day 19 was met with probably one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. I don't know what that is. And after some more mining, there was another one. Get it? Another one. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. But on a real note, like, I don't know what these things are. They're really scary. He almost killed me. I don't like them. I tried yet again to get Ron to go into the doghouse that I built for him. And yet again, he just stared at me like I was stupid. So I whispered him goodbye and I killed myself. I couldn't go on knowing that Ron didn't accept me. Then I found this snow fox thing. I chased him around. I didn't know where he ended up, but I found him in my coop. He killed all my chickens. So I killed him. Day 21 and me and Ron were just farming. Bam! Out popped a polar bear. He was a thick boy, so I had to chop down the fence to fit him in, and I accidentally hit him. I can't help but laugh, but that, my dudes, will be the last time that we ever see Ron. Rip Ron 2021 in the comments, please. Day 22, and I finally got enough iron to craft myself a shield. I could have did that about 10 days ago, which means I probably would have survived 2 more times. I don't know why it took me 22 days to do that, but I also got some leggings and boots out of it, so now I'm thick. There's no reason for me to die. Some more mining, and then I finish off my day farming some wheat, because we all know that wheat makes fat, juicy, beefy cows. Day 23, or night 23, I guess, and I made my first bed. I made this cracked mob farmer out for the middle of the night, and within 5 minutes of actually attempting to utilize it, it already blew up. Why is the zombie riding the duck like that though? That's so sus. Day 24 to 26, I finally had enough wood to create my first ever mob farm. I finished my mob farm by night 27, and it actually worked. Like, the first mob farm I built actually worked. The only issue was they were killing themselves and I wasn't killing them. But the worst was to come because the mob spawner, yeah, it brought Endermen to my island. Like, a lot of Endermen. I was chasing them around the treetops like wildfire. I killed 7 or 8 the first night of day 27. Day 28 started with some more mining, followed by some more of those ugly things that pop up, and then a dog that I'm mistaken for an ugly thing. Yeah, I accidentally hit him into the void. I'm gonna regret that one. And even more ugly ghost things, but that's okay. I hit these boys with control, delete. The broken mob spawner was pretty nice because I just had to pick up the loot for myself. On day 29, I got this super cute turtle. I'm gonna call him Perry. Perry doesn't have a home yet, so I just put him in this 2x2 block of water. Day 30, and I was hands down met with the ugliest fish I've ever laid my eyes on. I have no idea what these things are, but what I do know is that they fall just as fast as anything. Day 30, I thought I'd put some water down so that the mobs didn't die and I could farm them for XP, but a creeper came down and blew the entire thing up. How? How do I allow that to happen? Day 31, I woke up feeling great, almost like a new man. It only took a matter of seconds for the confidence to go away because I suddenly realized realized that I was probably gonna die at least once or twice today. Maybe even 3 times if I was lucky. Like I said, at least 1 time. It was inevitable. A mob spawner was the worst idea ever. I swear, these things were spewing out like wildfire. I've never been so terrified in my entire life. Now, day 32 through 35, I spent the entire time building a pool. I know what you're thinking. There's no way it took you 3 days to build a pool. You're wrong. It did. It really did. I had to make it Perry approved. It had to convey Perry's cuteness. I wanted him to feel like he was on top of the world, like he was the center of attention. It was worth it though, because on day 36, when I threw Perry the turtle in the pool, his legs went crazy. He loved it. I then fed these stupid ducks and then finished the rest of my night sitting there mining the block that literally never ends. Day 37 rolled around and an even bigger, stupider fish spawned and was yet again trying to kill me, but this time with some white silly string stuff. Oh yeah, and I died again. I've officially lost count. Another turtle spawned. I don't know what to name her, so I just shoved her into the pool. Perry knows what to do. And it wouldn't be a complete day if another monster party didn't spawn and make me run for my life. But this time they didn't kill me. Day 39 and the mob spawner was starting to look kind of dark to me, so to brighten it up, I took the 11 pieces of glass that I had, I hollowed out the front of it. This way I could see the mobs fall to their death. I honestly hate them, like a lot. I also found this book too, and you know, I'm not really one to read, but when I read this message on page 1 of 1, it said that you should like and subscribe because waffles. I also may or may not have used one of my 2 diamonds to make a jukebox, because why not? Trust me when I say this, I make a lot worse decisions later on. Like, a lot worse. Day 40, I woke up being greeted by a brand new phase. This phase, I'm gonna call it Parrots, because a lot of parrots spawn. I took it upon myself to befriend every single one of them. The night itself ended in complete and utter chaos. I was really interrupted by what I assume are some type of evil parrot men. I threw my trident at one, and I lost my trident. And then when I went to look where my trident went, it hit me off the edge and I died. Yeah, I died. Day 41, I had to completely remake all my things because I obviously died. And then I refortified the block because I was sick of things killing me. But that wasn't before these cheetahs. They just came out of nowhere. I didn't even know there were cheetahs in this game. They were insanely fast. Day 41, I was greeted by this angry man. I think he was psychotic. He was posturing. Look at him. He was absolutely insane. So I did what anybody else would do, and I put him out of his misery. A man was just minding his own business on day 43. And bam! A panda came out of absolutely nowhere. I'm gonna call him Perry the Panda. Wait, no, we already have a Perry. Penelope the Panda. And it took me at least 5 minutes to kill these guys. I didn't actually know that they were healing themselves. That's why they weren't dying. I started the next morning off with normal people things, like shoving endermen off the side of the map. You wouldn't believe this, but I got another friend. I got another panda egg. That means I get 2 pandas. Stupid ducks, I hate you. I spent the rest of days 44 and 45 completely expanding my farm because the amount of animals that I was starting to obtain was borderline illegal. During the entire process, I may or may not have gotten kind of irritated. I pushed my pig off the ledge, and then I I murdered a large group of my cows. The only animals I really care about is my 2 turtles and my 2 pandas. Cause look at him, he's just the freaking cutest thing ever. Day 46 and I got my 3rd diamond. I thought to myself that I should probably have a diamond pickaxe by now, but I made a jukebox instead. And you wouldn't even freaking believe I got a 3rd freaking panda. But all that happiness was stripped away from me in a moment of seconds, because the next monster party that spawned, not only did it take me all night to kill them, but the next morning when I woke up, it was pain and misery. Penelope the panda lost not one, but both of his friends. So from now on, he will remain in a fortified shelter. And more evil parrots. Like, they can apparently just, look at him. He just right through the map, like nothing. Like, what are these things? They're completely demonic. I don't like them. On day 48, I lost most of my footage. The only thing I really had to show for myself was knocking these endermen off the map. Hey, day 49. Stupid enderman, get off my map. I tried to friend this cheetah with some salmon, and when I opened the gate, he kind of just took off on me. But he took all my salmon. Like, what kind of friend does that? Why would you do that? So after lots of time, thought, and consideration, I killed him. You could say I also struck gold, but it was actually diamonds. The big 5-0, would you look at it? We're already halfway there. I finally saved up enough glass to finish the entire front of my mob spawner, and I have to say, I do really like it. It's been growing on me. I also stumbled upon some more music, and you already know what I did with that. I actually felt bad for killing this cheetah. I thought it was trying to kill my parrot. But the parrot bamboozled me. He was trying to commit sui. I thought he loved me. Why would he do that? Day 51 was boring. I found another diamond. One of these weird, stupid potion wizard things spawned. I gave him the, you know, the good 1-2 guckaroo. But the most important thing, the most exciting thing, I made cookies. Day 52, and I bet you guys can't name me something more satisfying than chopping down bamboo. I expanded the top because mobs were only getting larger, and that led us into the next phase. It was sand. Like, nothing but dirt and sand. To be exact, red sand. A llama spawned, and to be honest, I don't think there's a single use for llamas, so I just killed them both. I also discovered I'm a ninja. I spent all of day 54 mining and got my first emeralds. That was pretty exciting. And then came Emma. I'm gonna make you a house and we're gonna be best friends, Emma. So on day 55, that's what I did. I built Emma the best house that my 10 fingers and 2 hands could possibly do. It wasn't much. I've never considered myself a builder. Boats and hoes. I threw her in my boat, dropped her off at her brand new house, and I gave her a bed. Day 56, and I was met with some absolutely horrendous mobs. These dudes were ugly, and they were extremely noisy. I killed every single one of them. The next guy, he didn't even have weapons. When he spawned, he just... Well, look. He just stood there. He didn't even try to attack me. I dug a hole behind him, and I just pushed him in the hole. I got some donkeys. I don't know what they do, but I took a vow against killing them. And another one of these, I don't know what they are. Nothing spawned, so I just pushed him in the hole yet again. I'm sorry. Why are you back here, huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? I then met Linda. She was a trader from a land far, far away, but her trade sucked, so I just killed her. Instant karma for killing Linda. It immediately spawned a mob party, but 200 IQ me? Look at this. The cage that I built around the 1 block, it works. Day 59, and I got a new villager, and his name was Joe. I put Joe in my boats of hoes, dropped him off with Emma, and I gave them just enough bread so that they would fall in love and make me some more baby villagers. Day 60 can be summed up with one word: carrots. If I was to breed lots and lots of baby villagers, I was going to need a plethora, an army, an artillery of carrots. On day 61, Joe and Emma had a kid. I'm gonna call that kid Gemma. If I was gonna breed more villagers and have more babies like Gemma, I would need to expand the house, so I completely broke down the side of it and rebuilt the whole thing again. Emma got loose, but I brought her back. That was the least of my worries, because I couldn't find Joe. Where could Joe have gone? Well, I'm glad you asked, because on day 62, I found Joe in the trees. What are you doing up here? Go home. Go. I don't know why, but Joe refused to comply, so I had to waste my carrots to lure this fatty back to the house. I threw down a lectern in hopes that one of these dudes would become a librarian and hopefully give me a good deal, but this dude, he wanted 40 emeralds for impaling 4. I'm no expert, but I think that's a ripoff. Day 63, I met this funny guy, Luis, and he really didn't have any trades that I wanted, but I was taking a vow of silence, and I didn't want to kill him, so I just let him go. I let him roam free. I felt like a bad person for doing this, but there was really no other way, right? He's just so helpless. Would you look at that, a new phase. On day 64, I finally made my enchanting table and 15 bookshelves to max it out. After laying everything down, upon further inspection, I noticed that the enchanting table didn't sit directly in the middle, and because of that, I no longer want to play this world. Day 65, I focused on finishing the wall that wrapped around the pool and completely outlining the library itself. My colors don't really match, but it was starting to come along pretty nicely. It's day 66, and I pretty much dedicated the first half of the day to knocking not 1, not 2, but every single Enderman on my map. They had to die. They're helpless. They don't do anything. Just look at them. Wait till you see this one. I just pushed him off. Day 67 was utter chaos. It started out with killing my first iron golem, led into me feeding my favorite panda, Penelope the panda. I even fed my stupid ducks. Then BAM! Another monster party happened, but that's okay, because they were all trapped inside my shack hut thing, and I felt kind of bad. They were all helpless. I just murdered them all. I also got this wither skeleton. I'd be lying to myself if I told you guys I know exactly what it does. On day 68, I finally moved all my storage down beneath my block. For some reason, I don't know why, but I made it a secret entrance inside of my pool. You can laugh at me all that you want, but I know it's relatable. I'm not the only one that plays solo in Minecraft and makes secret bases. It's a very normal thing. And after an entire day's worth of work, I hate it. It's gonna have to change. Maybe not now, but sometime soon. It's day 69, and the only footage I have is going to the next phase. The first half of day 70 was filled with nothing but mining quartz, but that's when I realized I was running pretty low on cobblestone. Obviously, I'm playing one block where I have an infinite supply of blocks to mine, but that to me, it just wasn't enough. So I took my small brain self to YouTube, learned how to build a cobblestone generator, and took my single one block of lava and turned it into a cobblestone generator. I was actually really surprised when the contraption actually worked. I really need to start believing in myself. Day 71 and I finally killed him. The villagers, they didn't look very happy. They actually looked very, very concerned. But in this world, food solves every problem. I enchanted my axe with mending. I don't know what mending does, but I heard it's pretty good. And as for the forest, it had to go because I wanted to build my house there. I burned it all, every single piece of it. And then I thought to myself, I probably should have chopped the trees down. Some cute cuddly bees spawned, but then next up, some not so cute cuddly bees spawned. They actually tried to kill me. Bee fighting montage. The rest of the day, I did nothing but mine cobblestone in preparation for my brand new house. The villagers, they were supposed to be my friends, but the entire time me trying to move to the new house, they gave me nothing but issues. I tried putting them in boats first, and then I found out that the stairs, they didn't allow boats. Luckily, I had an insane amount of carrots, and I just used them to jabate all the villagers to the very top of my house. Definitely not the most efficient way, but nonetheless, it still worked. I was going to go to sleep, but out of all people that could have been in my bed, it was Emma. Why are you here, Emma? Also not really one for sharing, so I kicked them both out of my bed, and I just tried to use some more carrots to jabate them all the way to the top. This has to be 200 IQ, just look at them! They're gobbling up the carrots like there's no tomorrow. They act like their food is just gonna disappear. I don't know why, but I almost feel like what I'm doing here is illegal. It's like I'm imprisoning them. It's day 80 and my goal was simple. It was to breed as many villagers as possible with the 128 carrots I brought them. But this dude, this little guy, he had a different idea. He just tried running away. The rest of day 80 I spent getting stuff for potions, crafting potions, and getting ready to turn one of these villagers into a zombie. The next night I got one to spawn on top of the village's roof, and it almost cost me my life. He hit me right here, and my heart skipped a beat. Only step left was to introduce these two lovebirds. And if you ask me, it was love at first sight. I came back this morning and lo and behold, he was a zombie villager. I was so hyped. I slapped him with my potion, gave him my apple, and then waited 5 minutes to come back. I have no idea what happened or how, but when I came back, just look at this. All my villagers turned to zombies, and they were dying. There were even creepers inside of it too. I don't know what happened. All my hard work, they were just burning alive. I don't get it. I did, however, manage to save one. His name was Waffles, and he will repopulate the entire population. It's day 83 and I have PTSD. I moved my villagers out and I covered the entire inside of their household with nothing but torches. I used what I believe is the only method to lure villagers back to the house, and that's with carrots. I started breeding them, and I just sat back in the corner. Look at them. Look at them. They're so in love. Day 84, I fought some boneless skeletons on horses. They got absolutely destroyed. It wasn't even a challenge. The next block had a chest with a polar bear egg in it. I was so hyped. Penelope was finally gonna get herself a friend. At least I thought, because when I put the egg down, he immediately got stuck and died. Day 85, and why is this Enderman looking at me like this? He's just shaking repulsively. My villagers are doing great. I'm one step closer to getting diamond armor. He's giving me nothing but iron right now, but I'm sure I'll get diamonds soon. My cows, on the other hand, would not stop mooing, and my ducks would not stop quacking, so I took it upon myself to brutally murder half of all of them. It also took me 70 days to discover that there were sheep eggs. My last sheep, he was brutally murdered. Cold blood. So I'm gonna put this one in my household. I don't trust anybody else around him besides just me. These little bug things also kept spawning the entire day while I was finishing up my mining. I don't know what they really are. They're more of a nuisance. They're like tiny ants. Day 87 and all the hard work I put into Tommy the villager finally paid off because he had some diamond leggings. I enchanted them both and I'm just gonna pretend that they're good. Protection 3, Unbreaking 3, and Projectile Protection 4. I have no idea what those are. More monster raids, yay! My man's Iron Goalie was just, look at him, watch. He's just going around killing everything. At this point, my goal was simple. These last 10 days, I didn't want to fight anything. So I broke out the front of my shack, and with the enlisted help of the 4 golems around my map, look, see? See? They just killed everything. See? I literally didn't have to fight anything. I also forgot to name my horse. So I grabbed the name tag, and I decided to name him Waffles. Waffles the first. And then my man Iron Goalie, he was putting in the work for me. So I grabbed another name tag and I named him Waffles the Second. Brilliant, right? It's day 93 and you can almost smell the Ender Dragon. He's right beneath my feet. He's around the corner. So I took this time to max out all of my traders. Literally all of my traders. If I was going to beat the Ender Dragon in 7 days, I needed to have the best armor possible because I suck. The mob spawner really did come in handy because all that rotten flesh, I pretty much had unlimited emeralds. After enchanting, I got Protection 3, Projectile Protection 4, Respiration 2, and Unbreaking 3. Once again, I have no idea what any of those do. On day 93, I got a dolphin egg in the chest. I did the only sane thing that a man would do, and I put him in my pond with my turtles. And for some reason, my horse is down there too. Apparently he can breathe underwater. If you've made it this far, I think you know where this is going. I don't even have to say it. Day 95, I had enough to make 1 netherite ingot, and I knew just the upgrade I was looking for. A diamond hoe. Yeah, I upgraded my diamond hoe. I'm probably gonna regret that choice in the 200 days video. Day 96, all I did was organize. I took everything from that ugly bunker that I built under the water and I just moved it into my house. Quick question, is moving in real life worse than moving every single thing you have in Minecraft to a completely new location? Because if I were to add up the amount of time that it takes me to move stuff in Minecraft from one location to another and how many times in a given day or even a week I do that, it easily outweighs moving in real life. Day 97 and we lost Waffles the Second. I've never been so enraged in my entire life. I immediately just went on a killing spree. I killed everything. Just moments later, after all that pain and sorrow from losing Waffles the Second, I decided to recruit his brother. I'm gonna call him Waffles the Second 2.0. It's a reborn Waffles. It's day 98 and I kept hearing really weird noises beneath the block. I mean, look. You see this thing? It's some purple box. It just grunts at you. And that makes you do some anti-gravity things. So I killed it. I promise you, Endermen, they're getting stronger. Day 98, 20 minutes after naming Waffles the Second. And look. They already killed him. I don't understand. Day 99, and rather than prep for the dragon, they spawned another monster party on me. Go figure, right? No joke, I sat up on this block and they just killed each other. Look, like they were just killing each other. Here we are, the night of day 100, and I finally went in to fight the Ender Dragon. I took out the first 2 crystals with ease, and I was feeling more confident than ever. I started the bridge over to the 3rd crystal, got smacked by the dragon, and completely failed at MLG water bucketing. Don't worry if you missed the first one, just watch, it happens again. She hits me, boom, and I miss it. I was absolutely destroying her when she hit me into the air, and I saved myself. Look, I was so proud of myself. After I killed her, I thought, that egg is mine, but the egg never spawned. It never landed on top of the perch, and I even went back to my base and the egg was never there. Anyways, that's 100 days and 1 block Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.